remodifying everything. We can see you own 16 and 17 over behind my trailer. Cleared out all the trees and other buildings that were here, and you got this nice big area to put stuff on. And I'm not, as you can see, by shortcuts for money to get money quick. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Work and earn it. I'm not, right now, don't have seasons installed because start with seasons. But if you look here, I do have in the shed already some equipment. This is, and the John Deere stuff on the right was what I started with. I'm gonna keep all that. I bought this to take out the trees, and let me tell you something, folks. This thing here, this lizard, let me show it to you in the shop. Well, let me find it first. It's under forestry machines, under vehicles. Go across, and there it is. The T-Rex 600, and even though it shows it being only 200 horsepower there, let me go back in the garage and show you exactly how many horsepower it is. It is actually 600 horsepower, and it has a, let me pull it out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, look, it has a 3-point hitch. You can pull stuff with it, like plows and cultivators and planters. It has a drive, see that silver thing right there where my circle's on? That's a hydraulic drive. You can pull hay balers, sprayers, anything. This doubles not only as a tree get rid of her machine, but a tractor, a 600 horsepower tractor. Let me move it back in the, back it back up now. And it's a great tool, and it's only back. Let's go back in the garage. It's only, and of course I've got it done up John Deere color, $139,868. 7 slots. So you can't beat that. And all 3 of these tractors are in-game tractors. I didn't, like I said, I didn't buy them. They were already, that's what they start you out with, along with this shed we're in, which is, this map originally came off of 15 and possibly F19. That's my fuel tank. That was one that was on here, so I'm just going to keep it. I want to show you something kind of neat up here. The only tree that I could not get, even with a chainsaw, is right up this mountain here. Look at this thing. It is growing out of that rock. Yes, you heard me right. Out of the rock. And there's no way to cut it. That's a glitch that Update will have to repair and fix. It's right up here behind your shed. Anybody got this map, they can go up there and look for themselves. Now, what I'm doing for money, I've already cut. That field there you see is empty. It was full of, I'll show you. It was full of sunflower seeds, but I've already harvested it, sold them, and now, if I'll fast forward through, I'm now doing a, let me show you. There it is. It's savings. And I'm at 71%. I've been doing a contract here for those potatoes for Mr. Frankfurter, Lucas Frankfurter, on field 21. And folks, that field is 19, almost 20 acres. I'm here to tell you, I've already harvested and hauled to the sale. And let me show you first the truck that you put them on, and trailer. Let me get in here. Oh, Here we go. Alright. This is the truck and trailer. That trailer holds 59,000. I've done hauled, let's see. Nope. I've done hauled 7 of those red trailers there full, which is a total of 413 tons or 413,000 pounds or liters. And I'm only, folks, on this contract at 71%. So I'm anticipating, and this truck right now already has, it's already 65% full again, which means, let's figure 38,360 from 59,000 minus 38,360. It'll hold 20,640 more pounds, liters. Well, if you divide that by 1,000, which is what they say a ton is on there, it'll hold 20 and a half more tons to be full. So I'm inside the potato harvester now, and this is, folks, let me show you this thing here a little bit. I really wish, and I haven't understood, this is something I don't understand exactly. This particular, let me show you in store first. This particular potato harvester, and it's the only one we have in the game on 19, the Veriton 470 Platinum Terra track. It only holds 9,590. On 17 we had and let me go back in there and look at that again, and you see the cutting, let's see, the harvesting width is 3 meters. We had one on FS17 that held 20,000 or 20 tons or 20,000 liters, pounds, and it had a 5 or 6 meter head across the front of it. Much bigger. It didn't have these little bicycle wheels. It had regular wheels. It didn't have tracks on it at all. It had regular. Shoot a message to Giants, tell them let's get that one out. I don't understand why they haven't already, but it needs to be. But you can see here inside the cab, the screens light up when you crank it up, and you see them down in the bottom right hand corner how many hours. And this is not mine. This is loaned to you when you do a contract. They loan you stuff, and you can see it says 44.7 hours. I don't recommend keeping something that long. You can if you want to with a service station. On seasons, however, they say longevity is the key, so maybe you can. Now I'm going to turn this on and start driving. I'm going to get about, if we look at the there, he's paying 469 minus, it was minus about $1,000 or so. So I'm gonna get about 44,000 out of this, or a little better, maybe 45, because when we get to the end, the last sum of what's harvested is automatically make money off of that too, as well as what the completion of the contract payoff is. So and this is, I mean, you see how these wheels, you see how those potatoes, and it's almost full. It holds 9,590. And it's at 6,000 and over now. This is potatoes, by the way. Not beets, but potatoes. You're thinking, well, why not use that big red Tiger or something like that? No, you can't. You can only use this as the only drivable potato harvester in the game. Now we do have a couple, and I'll show you those in just a minute as soon as this fills up, or at least one tow behind, maybe 2 tow behind potato harvesters. And I'll show them to you right here in just a minute. Let me turn this thing around. Finish filling it up. This thing drives good, but it needs a, if they would even just bring out a big, a modded, bigger head for this, like 6-8 meters, something like that. Okay, she's full now. See, here the motor racing, that lets you know it's full. Let me line it up here now. Bring the truck up here and let it be unloaded, and I'll show you that tow behind me. And it holds about almost the same amount, maybe a little more. Not sure why that is, but I'll show you in just a minute. And it takes about 6 or 7 harvesterfuls to fill this truck up. We're on about number 3, maybe 4 right now. And like I said, I've done filled this trailer up 7 times. This is I'm working on number 8. And this is the thing here. You have to really line up just right on this conveyor belt thing. It's not like pulling under the combine arm, the regular harvesting arm. Now why this? Let's go in here and let's go this way. Come down to potato technology, and I'll show you. Right there is the only other potato harvester, and you see it actually holds 10,000, which is, if we do the math, 10,000 minus 9590, 410 tons more than what are pounds, whatever, liters, not tons, but pounds or liters, than that one I'm using. But that one there, let's look at it in the store here. It's a tricky, it's harder. See that conveyor belt there on the side? That thing is hard to get under and unload with a trailer, especially one as tall as the one I'm using in that field. So, and it takes some horsepower to pull that. Well, it says 150, but I'll bet you this one only has a 1.8. Here's the deal with this. The head on it right there, let me get around here, is only 1.8 meters versus 3 meters on that drivable one. So, when it comes to harvesting potatoes, until we get better in the game on console, this is it. And this was in the game when FS19 came out. This is what, for potato harvesting, that is what we have. Got one new that I've seen, one new beet harvester from 17, the one that was on 17, that they brought it, but they have yet to bring that potato harvester. I'm not sure why. Anybody knows, shoot me a line and let me know. I would love to know that, answer that question. But I'm making money the old-fashioned way here. I'm doing jobs, but this is quite a good map. They've updated it, like I said, modernized it, got it seasons ready for 19, but it's a hit. It kind of, real pretty countryside. If you like hills and not too many trees, but some trees, this is just right, and not overly big fields. Let me show you the map itself. Let me go to the map page here and zoom out. You see it's only 21 fields, not overly big. Well, let's see, field 13 and 18 appear to be the biggest two on the whole map. Well, and 9, and the rest of, and maybe 11 is kind of big. They're none of them overly huge and big. Not like Wilker's Farm or Doll Ranch, or hopefully when Millennium Farmer brings his out, sooner or later. From what I'm told, it's going to have some pretty good sized maps on it. I mean, fields, excuse me. So, And this is a slow, tedious process. I would hire a worker, but don't want to spend money. Money's going to be on this map, on this farm, going to be a, not going to say scarce, but it's not going to be as fluent as on some of my others, because I'm not using signs, or I'm not using the old glitch from when it first came out. Neither one of those to make the money here. I'm going to work it honestly. And I will start seasons on here. Not sure what geo. I think what I may do to see how this map is just put seasons mod, and that's it. See what it does. See how much winter, heavy, cold winter. Whoop, she's full again. What, how the winters are, and then get an idea which kind of geo I want to put on here. Oop, wrong way. No. And I've been doing this thing headlands and headland rounds, because you have to keep, unlike the combine on that harvester, potato harvester, the arm is on the right hand side, versus on most combines they're on the left hand side, unless you have a special made, modded or made combine that has it on the left hand. Usually all the combines are standard made with the arm on the left hand side, because the motor's on the right. But this harvester is different. And here's another tip, another thing. I don't know if y'all know, y'all knew this or not. I've played several maps, and there are, on some maps, instead of regular, this is what they call ice potatoes, like you make French fries and stuff out. But on some maps, they actually sweet potatoes, or both, have sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. Back up here. Start this thing. Here we go. And sweet potatoes, some of them are grown much the same way. But a lot of them are grown in what's called a sweet potato mound. It's a big mounded up row down the center of a field or something. They're grown in the fall, where these potatoes are grown, or at least in my part of the country, they're grown in the fall. And the sweet potatoes are, and these are grown in the spring of the year. Anyway, I'm going to try to finish getting this done. We're going to move on to something else. Maybe another mission, I don't know. I've got to still buy some silos for this map. And if you're thinking, well, what happened to flat map? I still got that map. Still got my cows on there. I'm just giving it a break. Just try something new. Always good to check. Do have a change every once in a while. I was going to do Goldcrest Valley, but you can't on that map. You have to, pretty much what's there is there, and there's no animal. You have to put your own animal pens down there and everything. And it's in the silos you can't use. There's some glitches on that. Again, an update will have to correct. And when they do, I may go to it. Play on it for a little bit. Who knows? Because I kind of like that map too, but it didn't like the FS19 version thus far that came out. But this map, I really never have. This is the first time I've had a farm on it. Well, except when it came out on 17, I did give it a run for a while. But on there, you had to have whatever the buildings were. You had to use them. You couldn't sell them. You had to use them. So, and there just wasn't room to do much. But here, I was able to sell the buildings, cut the trees down, and open her up. And almost full again. 96%. Yep. There we go again. See, we're not getting very far down through the field. You see where that see where we're in now? We're in the truck. You see where that... We're getting further now. I'm getting further now than I was when I started, because when I started, I wasn't making very much time. Because like I say, that harvester only holds 9,590. And for those of you saying, well, why don't you hire a worker? I would, except I don't want to spend the money right now. I don't have the extra money to hire a worker. I don't mind doing this myself. But yep, alright. Now we're gonna take this truckload. First let me cut that off. We don't want to leave it running and burn where we have to dump it, brother. Where this man that I'm doing the contract for, he wants it. This is his equipment, by the way. Cost me about $1,000 to borrow it. Right there is the cow. For those of you wondering, that's the cow paddock here on this map. Well, or the given one. Now you could have cows anywhere you want them, but I'm just saying the one they already have on here, that's it right there, by the way. And when I get to the top of this hill, I'm gonna stop and let you see that those mountains across over there. Now you can't actually go up on those mountains, but ain't that a view? I took out trees. See where my buildings are down there to the right? Oh, I had a bunch of trees that really hindered that beautiful view there, but I took them out. And now look, I mean, it is open. And that building to our left coming up right there is the shop here. And you see it over there? Nice shop to buy tractors and such, and it's real close. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if your vehicles respawn there or at the farm. I think they respawn there, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we're going over here to the vegetable. I think it's called the vegetable sale. Let me see. Oh, it's saving. Let's go back to the page here. We're now at 74%. Yeah, the vegetable warehouse, that's where we're headed. And I'll bet when season is going, and in the fall, these leaves will be really pretty. Whoa! And right here behind this building is where we're going. See that big, nice, marked off area? Watch this. And here it is. See that shed that's directly in front of me there? That is my shed. An extra one that I could have got rid of, but I decided to keep. 76% now. We're getting there. Now that is 8 loads. And let me stop and do the math on that right quick on my calculator. I always keep a calculator close to hand when I'm doing this game, because there's stuff you have to figure. 472 tons, folks, off that field, and we're only at, what did I say, 76. We're 3/4 done, and it's 400. What did I say? 472. 59 times 8. Yep. 472 tons. My guess is it's going to be close 600 tons off that field, folks. 600 tons of potatoes. That's incredible, ain't it? You wouldn't think a field 20 acres big like that would produce that much potatoes out of it, but potatoes and beets are kind of like sugar cane, and and barley and oats. They cut real heavy. They harvest heavy, I should say, not cut, but harvest heavy. And see, now that's the view back the other way. You see it? It's just pretty. Rolling little hills and just open. I mean, there's some trees. And I didn't want to take all the trees out because I wanted some color when I do put initiate seasons on here. I wanted to see the color of the seasons, you know, especially at fall. And if you're wondering what that big tank is right there, that is a slurry or digestate tank they got right by the cow pasture. You see right there, there's the milk where they milk the cows. I may eventually, I probably will have me some milk cows on here. Let's see, I'm gonna go. And here's another little interesting fact about this trailer you need to know. You see that white? Let me zoom in. See on this? Let me show you. See that cover? It's on the top up there on the right side. You cannot pull with that side up under that arm of that belt of that harvester. It will hit and you won't be able to line up. You got to pull with the left. If you're sitting looking at the truck like this in the cab or whatever, left hand side of the trailer goes under. I'll show you. It goes just like this, under, or not all the way under, but close enough it will dump out. I don't want to go all the way up because I don't want to dump that out. I want to finish running it full. I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about. Let me top that off right quick. Let's top this off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a certain way you got to do it. Now you can move this arm, conveyor arm on this harvester up and down to make it work, and you can turn it, curve it, or whatever. Not turn it, but I'll show you. You can curve it. Let's finish filling this up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, she's full right now. I'll back up a little more. Alright, now watch. You hit L1 and you see down there it's showing you the right analog stick. If you do this, it does that. And if you go up and down, it raises it or lowers it. But if you go left and right, it pushes it out or up. So you can adjust it that way. I like it to stay pretty much straight like that. And I'll show you why in just a minute. It works best. I might have to lift it. I might have dropped it a little bit there. It may be a little too low. Because depending on the height of your trailer, and you see what I'm talking about, there's that canvas. You can't run under it with that canvas side next to that harvester. It won't line up. It'll hit and knock the harvester around. But you see, you can pull right under that edge just like that, and it triggers that arm, that conveyor arm will come on, and there you go. A little bit trickier than just pulling up under an arm on a regular harvester. And if you think that, whoa, Hoss, back up here. If you think this one's hard to line up on, you ought to try that tow behind one. I still ain't figured that one out, to be honest with you. Because we don't grow taters like this much. Well, we do. Frito-Lay, the tater chip company, does have one big field not too far from me here. But I think they use people to dig the potatoes and harvest them. They don't use a machine, I don't believe. Anyway, but or I know they bought a big piece of land down there next to a river that they wanted to, and they've cleared it out. You know, I don't know if they started planting on it yet, but they're planning to. Anyway, when I started doing this contract, this thing had 40 hours on it. Now it's got 45 on it. I figured it would be somewhere around 46, 47 when I got through. It may be closer to 50 now. So we done put 5 hours on this booger in this field already. See, I'm 50% over now. I won't make it to the other end. It'll be full here in just a few more minutes. And here's another thing, when you're doing contracts, make sure you get all the crop out of the field, because I didn't notice till one day I left some thinking, oh, well, they won't, you know, they dock you pay for missed crop or damaged crop if you damage it. I do have crop destruction on because I'm playing this realistically. The only thing I don't have on is weeds. I just don't like the way the weeds do, and I don't like to mess with them. I mean, I dealt with them in real life when I farmed, but I don't really want to mess with them on this game. That's the only part of the realistic that I ain't doing. The rest of it I am. I'm going to get, when we get a little lower, a little lesser in the field, there's going to be, on the last load that I haul to the sale, I'll make money off of it, off that sale. I'll get a portion of that plus what, the 40-something thousand. Whoa, I don't need to go that far back. That I'm getting for doing this contract. You see how far we got that time? Down the rest of this way, around the end and up, started up the other side. And you see this, we already got one hopper full, one harvester full in the trailer. This is number 2. We'll count them, and it's about 6 in a piece. Maybe. We'll see. I think I figured that was about 6. Anyway, if you're doing the math. You can pull right up. Doesn't take long. The one thing about this harvester is good, really good, is it unloads really fast. Granted, there's only 9,590 in there. Oh. Hit the wrong button and shut it off. I like being able to manually cut my vehicles on and off. Sometimes I'll leave it where it'll, but automatically do it. But in real life, when you jump in the vehicle, it doesn't just automatically cut on. You have to crank it, and sometimes you have to use ether to spray in the muffle or exhaust to get it to crank. On cold mornings, yes Lord, that ether can come in handy. And them little wheels on the front look like big wide motorcycle wheels or motor dirt bike wheels or something. They're not, but I guess that's a good thing for rolling in the field, apparently so. See, we're already half full again. We're about halfway to field. We may make it to the other end, but I would bet we don't. In fact, I know we not. It's these potatoes really cut heavy. Beets are the same way. If I'm doing beets, the harvester I like it. I'll show you the one I like. Let me go into beet technology here. There it is. I like, let's see, it's this one right there. Even though it doesn't have as much horsepower as that one, it has the biggest head, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. We go under heads here now. Where is that? There. All right. Is that, no, that's not the biggest head. Well, maybe it is. All right, see, there's the head. The biggest head for the tiger, the Ropa one, is 4 meters. No, yeah, 4 meters. And then there's that one, 5.4. Why would you want 4 at 700 and something horsepower when you can get this? And it hauls boogie. That thing hauls boogie across the field. You can, I'd have been long been done with this field if it was beets. Now here's the odd thing about those heads and different harvesters. The Ropa head will fit on the, excuse me, let me show you. I got to get it right here. The Homer head will fit on the Ropa, but the Ropa, it won't work. I mean, it won't run. It won't. It'll hook up. You can pick it up and hook it up, but when you go to use it in the field, it won't. It monkeys up or something, glitches up, and it won't work. The same way with the other one on the Ropa on the Homer. You can't cross them up like you can the regular combine harvesters. Now let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. We didn't quite make it to the end. I told you we wouldn't. This is the third harvester load of potatoes going in this trailer. Yep. But this map is, even though it's got a few hills, it's open and wide, and just got plenty of room to do. And that the main farm is that way. Once you get those trees and buildings out of the way, like I've done, like I say, I still got to level out some areas, do some more landscaping and level out. But it's yeah, it's gonna be a nice farm. I do believe. I do say so myself. It's gonna be a nice farm. And we'll be doing some more broadcasts from here on out, from here, you know, and from Flat Map, and from what other maps. If any other maps come out, or I see one I want to try one on, I will. Cut the corner there a little bit. Anyway. Here we go. I mean, it is about half full again. Look at there. We'll probably get about midway to the field and have to stop and dump again. And I mean, potatoes is, if you like potatoes, I mean, you know. But here's the thing, let me show you something. Oh, it's saving. Here's the thing about potatoes and beets and sugarcane. You're never going to, and this is on, I got it set on easy economy, but you see potatoes right now, the highest they're getting is 487 ton. Beets getting $3.97 a ton. Sugarcane $4.56 a ton. I mean, it can add up, but you'll never see them go to 1,000 whatever a ton. You won't, because they cut so heavy. You don't have to have a huge field to get a lot of harvest out of a yield, rather, out of from potatoes and beets and sugarcane. Of course, now sugarcane only grown in certain parts of the world. I've seen it not grown, but I've seen on the market being sold, but here at our farmers market, and I have tasted it, and I've grown some on here on this game. Yep, she's full again, and let's see if we can see how far we got there. There's where the truck's sitting now, is where we started. Even as this thing is getting narrower, it's still only getting that far. Obviously, if you had a worker on that, I could be letting it go steady and be done, but by myself and don't have the money, this is the way I have to do it. And this, I believe, is the fourth load, full load off the harvester. It's going to put us well over half, the trailer well over half full for the 9th trailer load. And if we do the math, oh, wait a minute, 531 tons we're working on right here. So we may go beyond 600. Folks, stay tuned. Oh well. If you want to see the total, hang on. I'm going to get it here shortly. And it ain't going to take me much longer. And that's a 3-meter head up there. And 3 meters is about 3.5 foot. So, and there's yeah, 3 foot is a yard, so I think actually a meter's, to be technical, is something like 3.3, but you might as well round it to 3.5. It's closer to an even amount. Now, if you want to know an outstanding fact, like I say, down in this part of the country where I'm from, we don't measure necessarily in pounds and tons. We measure in bushel. And let me stop right here and I'll do the math right quick and tell you how many bushel has done been harvested. It's going to blow your mind, folks. Okay, so no, this. No. Hang on, folks. I'm trying to figure this up on the calculator. Equals 8,581 point 8,582. Let's say it that way. 8,582 bushels has already been harvested off this field, based on what a bushel pays, and how many pounds we've harvested. 472,000 pounds. That trailer holds 59,000 pounds liters. You take that and divide it by and times 8, it gives you 472,000. Take that 472 and divide that by 55, which is the average weight of a bushel. It will give you over 8,000 bushel. Like I said, I'll do it for you. Once again, 472,000. Let's make sure 59 times 8. Yep. All right, 472,000 pound liters. Then you divide that by 55. 8,581.8. So you round that to just so close to 2. So it's 8582. 8,582 bushel. I've already harvested. And that's not counting what's in that trailer right now, folks. And that's a lot. I told you that would blow your mind. Bushels, more bushels, a lot more bushels than tons and pounds. I can guarantee you that. Like that harvester right there holds. Let me finish filling it, and I'll tell you how many bushel it holds. And that, even that down to what we haul in a harvester, would go to bushels and not pounds or liters or tons. Or in this part of the country. Not sure where the term bushel comes from. It's a country term for measurement. Whoa, it's full now. See that thing speed up? All right, now 95.90. Let's divide that by 55 and see how many bushel. Almost 174 and a half bushel. And that's a lot for that harvester. No bigger than no more than it holds. And this holds 59,000. So we'll figure that in just a minute. As soon as I line up and start filling up, I'll figure how many bushel that trailer holds. Excuse me. Yep. Let me get lined up here and fill it up, and we'll let her fill now. It holds 59,000, so let's take 59,000 divided by 55. It holds 1,072 bushel, or 1,073 bushel is what that truck holds. Now, how many's on there right now? Let's see, 48,074. Wait a minute. Divided by 55. There's 874 bushel even on that truck right now of potatoes. 874 bushel. And that was not. Let me go back around here. I think that was harvest load number 5 in there, wasn't it? Yep. No, that was number 4. My bad. Anyway. It's folks, this field to be no bigger. It's like I say, it was 19.94 acres, almost 20 acres. Won't miss it far. And like I say, we already got let me tell you again. Hang on. $8,582 bushels off this field harvested already. Not counting what's in the trailer. It's probably over 9,000 with what's in the trailer, would be my guess. Easy. Yeah. And a bushel average weight is 55 pounds. Could be as much as 56, but you can use 56 if you want to. I always use 55, just as a ballpark figure. And divide it by whatever, like if it's 400 pounds, divide 400 by that 55, and that'll tell you how many bushels that is, or near about it. Because we have bushel baskets, bushel pails, but you know, down here that we pick stuff and gather stuff with. We're almost full again. Look at there. So. And I mean, yep, almost full again. See them little bits there off to the right? You have to get them because they'll charge you for them. They'll deduct out of you. I'll show you when we get through at the end. Oh, she's full again. Look at there. I don't know if this one's going to fill it up. This is number 5 right here. 6 is not a full one. It only about 1,000 or so. Well, let me see here. I'll tell you in a minute exactly how many. 59,000 divided by 6.1, so yeah, 6 trailer loads, six harvester, well 5, and then that 6th one is going to be a piece. It's like 1,500 pounds, liters that you have to take out of it. Just top this trailer off, and I'm too close. Whoa, see, I'm busy running my mouth and got too close there, coming downhill. Because we're going to be at like 97% here. Yep. And here we go again. And I know most people don't like doing taters. I wouldn't do this except I'm wanting to make money, and this is the only way you can do it. And this was the highest paying mission on contract. Rather, I said mission because that's what they were called in 17 missions. This was the highest paying contract on here. And I started this job, it was up there on that clock, it was about 12 o'clock. So it's taken 4 hours and I'm not quite through yet. But yeah, I wish they would bring the one from 17. It's a whole lot better. To me, it turns, you can spin it right around, kind of like those beet harvesters have the swivel universal wheels or whatever. It has that on it. I mean, you can spin that thing around, and it, like I say, it holds 20,000. I'd have been done with this field a long time ago if I'd have had that one. Almost 3 times what this one holds. And yeah, we're gonna get just past midway and have to fill up. Because where are we at percentage wise? Yep, 84%. And whoop, there she's full again. And she fills up so quick. But folks, that area in the middle is getting narrower and narrower. Won't be too many more swipes I'll have to make. But now I got to take the truck and empty it because I'm only going to get like 1,400 off of 1,500 off of that harvester full. And I'm going to have to go empty out again. This will be truckload number 9. And like I say, I'd already did 7. Took this 7 times and emptied. Oop, I hit again. See there? I'm going to get out a minute. Pick that up. Dropped down. I could tell it was a little too low there. Let's go. Get in that truck, folks. There we go now. I'm a little too close. There it goes. Yep. Now I gotta go take this truck. Empty it again where I went a while ago. This is number 9, so that makes, now let's see, let me stop. 59 times 9. 531,000 pounds ton. 531 tons, pounds, liters. And divide that by 55. 9,654 and a half bushel. See how much that increased? It's going to be well over 1,000 bushel. I mean, well over 10,000 bushel. Pardon me. Maybe close to 15 till we get all of this up and out of here and harvested. I say maybe actually about 12,000 bushel. And this is the biggest trailer in the game, or well, it's the biggest I think in game wise, but there's some modded ones, 2 that hold over 70, 1 that holds 79, almost 80,000, but I don't think you can put beets or potatoes on it. And then that yellow one, well, it's yellow, you can change it whatever color you want. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about when they go in here and go to trailers. Let's see, that one there holds 48,000. That one, but you see it doesn't, yeah, that one holds 59,000 that we're using. There's one holds 60, but it don't hold potatoes or nothing. That just holds your main grains. Let's see. That one holds 48,000. That one holds 43,000. Let's see. There's one holds 63,000. And its big brother right there holds 79. The Lizard Idealiner, 79. That's the biggest one in the game on console right there. And it holds everything. But then there's another one I want to show you over here. I don't know whether it holds beets and potatoes or not. Yes, it does. And it holds 70,000. And it's not very... It would probably work better because it's lower. It holds... And you can, like I say, you can... The BSM... Both of those, from all three of those big ones that hold a lot, are modded trailers. This one right here is the biggest. It holds the most of it for everything, all crops. This one here is it, the current crimpy. It holds 59,000, and it'll hold it. It'll hold everything, and it's a good trailer. It turns and maneuvers very well. And the reason I come in the cab under them trees is where I can see. If I'm in second person view coming through them trees, I can't see. But here I can. Now I'll come back out where I can steer it right up to here to unload it. And this isn't my truck. This is one I leased or borrowed, along with the harvester. Let's see how, it's saving. Let's see how far we are from being through with this job. Well, we're at 85%. That says 83, but see, that's just adding into it. 2% for hauling it to the... You see that truck there's got 54.1 hours on it. Again, I don't recommend keeping a vehicle that long, keeping that many hours on it. On flat map, my quad track has about 12 or 15 hours. Same thing with the quad track, New Holland quad track, Aqua track, or whatever they call it. And that combine I have, this big Claas, it's got about 15 hours on it. But again, I got seasons going there, so that even though it's showing a lot of hours, it really ain't a lot. Wear and tear is not that bad. But anyway, we're not on flat map today. We're on Westbridge Hills, which is an American map, by the way, in case you were wondering. That's why that American flag's over in front of my trailer, the farm trailer. The flag was on here. I didn't put that there. It was already here. I just kept it. And almost hit that barn, didn't I? Let's see. Let me check the map right quick. I need to see the big map to see where on this field where. Uh-oh. That's weird. Now hang on, folks. Okay, I see it's near the middle. I don't know if it's on this side or the other side. I have to know that and know which side to catch it. I'll have to turn around. I got room I can turn around if I'm not on the right side. Yeah, I might turn around. Yep. See it now. No, I ain't. I have to turn around. That's the back of it, not the front of it. Yep, I'm good. I picked right. Picked the right side. Here we go, folks. And we're full again. Remember, we didn't get but about 14 or 1500 out of this last harvester full. I just topped it off there, basically, to get a full load out of it. Well, folks, it looks like I've run out of time for today's session, but I will be back, and I will be letting you know what the total was on everything here, bushels and tons and pounds. But until then, this is Farm King saying goodbye.